This is Eric Kampmann, and this is Sunrise. Today I'm going to talk about a journey I took to a place I'd never been before. It's called Israel. And a small group from Stanwich Church, about 21 people, led by Professor Brian Widman, who had been to Israel 30 or more times, a incredibly knowledgeable man and a wonderful leader for such a trip. Chuck Davis and Ingram, his wife, were on this trip, and many other friends from the church. And this was a period right after Chuck and I had finished the podcast on the wisdom books in the Old Testament, and we didn't know where we were heading. We wanted to do more, but we didn't really have a clear idea where that was going to be. Well, one day on this 10-day trip, we had diverted down to Masada, which is the great rock fortress in the desert near the Dead Sea, in the desert of Israel, where a battle had been fought against the Romans, and all the people defending the fortress had died. And it's become a national monument down there. And after we had ascended and had an amazing experience at the top of Masada, some of us walked down, and we were hanging around the lunch area, and I was talking to Brian Widman about him doing a book. When it came to me that what I needed to do, I finally needed to deal with Jesus. I've been dealing with the Old Testament, the New Testament, the letters, all kinds of things, but had I really dealt with Jesus at all? Did I really know Jesus? And that's where the new set of podcasts really began, at Masada. It was definitely the Holy Spirit dwelling within me that said, this is what needed to be done. Not for myself, but to get people to see what the central focus of the New Testament is. It's Jesus himself. And there's so many conceptions and preconceptions and misconceptions of who Jesus is. And so what Chuck and I decided to do is take the four Gospels, put them in chronological order. So we had 365 daily podcasts following the life of Jesus day by day, not in terms of his own life, but in terms of the podcasts, and give a good sense of the life as he led it here on earth. So that's where we began, with the idea of doing these podcasts on Jesus as he is presented to us in the four Gospels, the witnesses of his life that we have in the New Testament. This is Eric Kampmann, and this is Sunrise.